First you would go to sway.office.com. Now you actually do have an Office account, so when you go to the Get Started button here, it will ask you to sign in. Sign in with your Gmail account. And then you'll need to sign in with your password, with your Gmail password. It will ask you whether you would wish to stay signed in or not. That's your choice. I'm going to say no for this experiment. You may say yes. It makes it easier to get back onto Sway next time. Once you're inside Sway, you can upload a document to help you. But for majority of you now, you're going to create a new document. When you click on Create New, you're going to get this. So what I'm going to do is take you through the different elements. I'm going to start with this element because it's pretty straightforward. This is the title of your full document, or if you would imagine it, make it like a book or a magazine. So let's say mine would be about pigs. If you click on here and then search, so I can search for pigs in here, you'll notice that automatically it'll click here that it's Creative Commons only. So the images that you'll find inside this situation are images that can be used free, license free. So I'm going to take these two little pigs here and add them there. Now I just want to show you what that looks like. So that's my title and that's my images of my pigs. So if you go on to play, that's what the front of that would look like. So back on Sway, you might notice now that my title page have changed. I found a better picture of a pig. But once you have started one, obviously you just click back on there. One thing I didn't tell you is that what these buttons here do. So this button here takes you back to the main page with all the different sways on there available. This one allows you to look at your sway, which we'll use in a second. And this one lets you look at the design of it. So within the design, you can go to styles. You can decide whether it goes vertically down the page or if it goes horizontally across. So you have lots of different pages coming in from the side or you have them coming in from the bottom. Equally, you can customize some of your sway information. So you can choose the font family that you would like to have over your piece. You can choose color palettes that you wish to have. You don't have a massive amount of choice in here, to be honest, but you do have some choice over what it looks like. So that would be under styles here. When you're happy, you'd go back to storyline, and that's how you add your information. So now we're going to look at what we can add. So the first thing we can think about is you add the add button, and we are going to add some text. Now you can do it in the suggested or into text. So I'm just going to add some text here. I could emphasize at the moment, if you notice that's been accented and emphasized. So if I take those off, emphasis is bold, accent is italics. There's not a lot else you can do. You've got bullets, numbers, you can add a link. This is just normal text. This gives it a more emphasis of the text. Now this will be emphasizing whatever colors you chose when you went to your design section. So that's something you might want to play with. So that's adding text. If I plus again, and this time I'm going to add a heading 1. Okay, in here, my first section is going to be about the Tamworth pig. So I'm going to type in Tamworth here. You can emphasize accent again. You can change the focal point. So which bit of the picture are we most important at? Now, if you can see, that makes the picture move. If you don't want these, you just click on them again and they disappear. But in my picture, this snout and face is the most important. Okay, so let me just show you what that looks like now. So we have the pig section, we have some text, and then we have the Tamworth section that's going to be next. So let me just go back into the edit in here. I'm going to put my pigs in capital letters because I think that makes it look a bit more similar. Now, ultimately, what we can also do is we can make a little group of things here. So if I go on the plus symbol now, you'll notice that I can get heading 2, which might have a little subheading. So my secondary heading here might be piglets. Ooh. I don't know why I'm thinking capitals, but it is. So this little subheading is going to be about piglets. So if we play that now, we've got pigs, we've got the Tamworth, and we've got my subheading of piglets. Within that section here, it might be that I want to add an image. So we're going to go to media because we've done everything there is now in text. So I can add an image. Again, I can get my image from here. And I'm going to just for easier, but remember you can also search for it anywhere and then just drag an image onto here or upload it. So you don't have to do it the way I'm doing. So if this is a nice little pig family here. So piglets and a sow maybe and boar. Okay, remember you can choose the focal points and you can decide the size you want that to be and you can choose from there. So now let's have a look at what that looks like. So we've got my piglets, pigs, Tamworth, subheading piglets, and then a little bit about it, and that could be whatever you've chosen to write. If you notice here you have this symbol. This allows you to go whichever chapter you wish to in the book. So this symbol will move you between chapters. And the chapters is whatever your title is on. So what we can also do in here, under add and media, is we can add a video. Now you can drag your video in here, or we can look at Creative Commons videos. So I'm going to see Tamworth Pigs video. Here's a video. I'm going to add that in. But you can also drag videos that you wish to use in. Again, you can add your caption. Ooh. And you can change your size that you want it to be on the screen. Within the same area, under media, you can add audio and you can embed. This here, you can get it from any source as long as you have the embed code. So you could add a tweet in there, you could add a YouTube video, as long as you have the embed code, which you paste here, it will embed whatever it is you've asked to embed just there. So here's a couple of examples of embed code. So if I want to embed, say for example, this video by Pink Floyd about pigs, if we go to the word share, I can go to embed, and this here is the embed code. I would copy and paste that into here, and then it will come up with a little tick when it said it's correct, and then you'll find that that's actually in your piece. Now if I play this, you'll actually see that the Pink Floyd video is in the piece. Equally, if I go back to edit, so say I didn't want that, I'm going to add another embed. If I was on Twitter and I wanted this tweet, for example, I could get embed tweet. And again, it will give me the embed code. I copy the embed code and then I would add it to here. So basically you can find embed code and then it should be able to embed that into your final piece. So it would look just like that. And finally, you can upload something. So that might be a document, that might be some information. So if we add to upload, it'll ask me what is it I want to upload here. I'm going to add a PDF. So my PDF has now been added. So now if I play this piece now, go down from pigs, got my piglets. You'll see now I've got a video I can play. Here is my PDF, and if I'd added it, you would have seen that I'd have had my embedded piece just there. So it's quite versatile, the things that you can add to your document. If you've noticed, I've added them all together, so they're all now within this document, except for this when it comes up with another figure. Now what we can do after this is that we could add another section. So again, we would go into here, it'd be heading 1, and I'm going to do this all about the Gloucestershire old spot. So I'm just going to copy and paste that over from what we were doing before. Okay, and I'd put my picture of my Gloucestershire old spot in here. Okay, Gloucestershire. So again, that's my page. I can choose my focus points, and then I can continue adding down here. But if I decided that this page needed to be above the other page, I can simply pick it up, scroll up to where I'd like it to be, and then I can embed it. So now it becomes slot 1 and Tamworth is slot 2. Or equally, I might want it before the PDF that I added. So I might pop it in just there between the two. You're going to pop it in wherever that green line is. So if the green line is within another section, it will become part of that section. So you just got to be careful where you move it, especially not so much with headings, but definitely with subheadings and text. So we can now look at other things you can have, because you can group things together. There is something called a comparison. This is where you take two images. I'm just going to take these two. And then when you see them grouped together, we'll just play it now. You see them side by side, you can move this backwards and forwards and you can compare those two images together. So it's a nice compare and contrast situation. The other things that you can do within the group section is you can do a stack. That's when you add, I'm going to do them at a reasonable size, more than one image. You can add the caption as well if you wish. So here's my selection of images. And now when I play this, these images will go through one at a time. So I can see the different images. So that's a stack of images that are grouped together. If I'm brutally honest, I haven't actually played much. Sorry, we'll just add. I haven't actually played much at all with automatic grid or slideshow, so I'd love to see what those actually look like. So if you look here, it'll show you the different pages, and obviously the thing that we imported becomes a figure. It's at the end because I dragged it there. The other thing you will need to know how to do is at the top here, you can share it, and you can invite people to either view or edit your piece by using a link. Those in your organization, because you're logged on and without an account, is fine. Or you can say it's for a specific name grouped with email addresses. So that's very similar to what you'd use in Google Drive. You've got your autoplay settings and your layout settings are all here, or you can find them, as I said before, under the design section here. Hope it all goes well. Enjoy!